Hello, parents of Aries children. This is your tarot treat for 2 weeks from April 24th through the 30th and May 1st through the 7th. I want to give you guys more time to, see these readings in a timely fashion, because life can be unpredictable, and even with my best intentions, I don't like falling behind. So, cool. We're going to do 2 weeks in one video, and then we'll do it 1 week at a time. So for the week of the 24th through the 30th, your Aries child has the Page of Swords in reverse. I don't know why they're quiet about something. I feel like whatever it has to do with, I feel like a tightness in the voice. Almost like they're afraid to tell you something. So be mindful of that. They have the 3 of Cups. They also have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. So it feels like a good, positive energy for this week. I don't know what there's something hidden. There's something that they don't feel comfortable sharing. But they're coming out of this, like, this stagnant energy or hidden energy, and the 3 of Cups. So this is separate. I don't feel like they're going to turn around and tell you something. Although that could be the case for certain people, but I feel like this is like an external energy. And this is something still internal. So I don't know what that is. It's a discomfort, and I don't know if it's coming from the previous week. Or what. Now moving on into May 1st through the 7th, let's see what energies are coming up for your Aries child. Judgment. So probably this thing that they kept hidden will come to light the following week. I don't know what it is. And they may tell you. I think, yeah. So just know, this feels like it's working out a lot better than what I anticipated. Just be aware that there's something that they're still processing, and this could be just from the week before, that they're not telling you. And I think you will, here we go, hear about it the week of the 1st through the 7th. So we have the 7 of Pentacles, working on something, the Hangman. There's a lot of energy about processing, but I do feel that by the end of the week of the 7th, that your child will have something to share. So let's go on to our Aries parents. For the week of the 24th through the 30th, you guys have the Moon in reverse. So I feel like secrets are coming out. Awareness. I feel like your awareness about what the situation is going to come to the surface. So even though that they're not telling you something, I feel like you will catch on by being very receptive, very intuitive, and you will have an idea of what it's about. But you will also have, I don't know why courage is the right word, but you'll have the courage to just like keep it to yourself until they bring it to you. I don't see you jumping the gun. You might feel that, but like I'm also encouraging you just to hold on to it for a little bit longer. Your intuition will tell you the same. And then as you move into the week of the 1st through the 7th, like what you were suspecting, they will probably tell you, and it'll be along the same lines. So the week of the 7th through the 14th, or through the 7th, week of the 1st through the 7th, you have the Hermit in reverse. So I feel like a lot of celebratory energy. So what was like stagnant between you, like what was stagnant in terms of communication with your Aryan child, I feel like there's going to be like this sigh of relief, this coming out of, just like the, wherever you were hiding, it's like a breath of fresh air for you. Somehow this is going to be an easy, light energy. It's like, now I can breathe a lot easier. And this may be something separate, but this is going to make it a lot easier for you to like receive whatever they want to tell you. So I think what I will do for the rest of the signs, no, we'll keep going because I'm trying to figure this out. How do I want to do it? So for Taurus, through the week of the 30th, you have the Strength in reverse. You may be very irritable. Short-tempered was what I was getting. Strength is not going to be your strong suit. I feel you being very irritated this week. Yes, Mercury retrograde is affecting you. That's probably part of it. But you may have to distance yourself away from your Aries child. You may feel the need to distance yourself from your Aries child because I just feel you being very irritated, not having the strength or the ability to compose yourself this week. So just, I see you keeping yourself on the low because I'm getting a very irritable energy, you know, as it pertains to Taurian parents. For the week ending in the 7th, you have the 7 of Swords in reverse. I see you relieved. Maybe this whole situation from the week before was irritating to you, that you knew something was wrong. You didn't know what it was. They wouldn't tell you. And it just frustrated you. But I feel like you're like, the secrets are coming out. Same thing. No, that was with Aries from the week before. But the secrets are finally coming out, and you feel a sense of like, like Aries parents as well. Moving on to Gemini parents, you have the Knight of Wands in reverse for the week ending in the 30th. A lot of standstill, stagnant energy, being very slow to speak, very slow to move. You're just observant this week as it pertains to your Aries child. The week ending in the 7th, you have the 4 of Swords in reverse. I don't understand this, but everybody's like coming out of this stuck energy the week ending in the 7th. So a lot of like whatever pressure, whatever anxiety, whatever you were holding, I see you like being able to shift and move out of that stiff, stagnant energy as it pertains to your Aryan child. Cancer parents, for the week ending in the 30th, you are like, I don't know, and just kind of like all over the place. I know that this deals with, you know, I just feel anxiety from you. Like, you have multiple options. How do you know, take this on? I feel you sensing like, are you getting help for your Aryan child? Are you trying to figure out like what thing to schedule them with? Or, you know, it's something about pertaining to your Aryan child, like you're juggling two things. It could be like deciding on what activity they're going to be involved in. You're looking for their input. They're not giving you anything. That's causing you frustration. You're like, the deadline's coming up. What are we going to do? I don't know. And it doesn't feel like a heavy energy. It just feels like very irritating. Like, the deadline's coming up, or it's like you have a decision to make, but you're waiting, you know, perhaps on your Aryan child to give you more information. But your indecision has something to do with your Aryan child. Ending in the 7th, you have the 6 of Swords. So I see you abandoning something, not in a bad way, but I feel like you are like either allowing your child to decide. You're taking the pressure off of yourself to have to decide or make that decision for your child. You're like throwing your hands up in a sense, like, okay, whatever it is, you know. And it could have something to do with this judgment. Could have something to do with the fact that like they've already made the decision for you. Cool, you don't have to worry about it anymore. But I still feel you having like some kind of reservation or resentment about it, or there's some kind of negativity attached to it. Like you're like, forget it, it's apathy, it's something, but it's not like a happy, oh, no. Let me, hold on. Okay. That may apply for some of you, but I read the card wrong, and that's okay. With the 6 of Swords in reverse, it's still kind of that energy like, oh, thank God you finally figured out what you wanted to do. But I do still feel, because I wouldn't have said it if it didn't mean something for somebody. Some of y'all are like apathetic about it. Like, you're frustrated that it took like 2 weeks. You know, they couldn't figure it out. Now they could. And you're kind of like, I wish you would have told me that sooner so I didn't have to waste all this energy going back and forth and waiting on you to decide. So there, I do feel a level of like irritation once they've come to the conclusion of what it is they're going to do. Leo parents, for the week ending in the 7th, you are grateful. There's something about some kind of decision being made. Either you have clarity. I think your relationship with your child, you'll be able to pull the solution out faster, or you will be able to talk to them in a way, or not negotiate, but just kind of like have conversations, nudging conversations with them the week ending in the 30th, where it's just like, hey, what do you think about this? But somehow I see you being like, there is no indecision for you. It's things being clarified. And I feel like your relationship with your child, you are going to be influential in bringing whatever stuff that they were closed off about. You're going to be able to help them bring that out. You guys are the same energy, you know, fire. You're showing up as the same element in the cards as the swords, which is air, and complementary to fire. For the week of the 7th, again, you have swords. So Ace of Swords, you're sparking like new ideas, new words, new starts. So I see you like finding the solution the week of the 30th. By the week of the end of the 7th, you're like encouraging them to move forward with whatever choice and decision they had. I feel compelled to, for whatever reason, shuffle these. And so I'm going to do that right now. So we're moving on to Virgo Parents for the week of, or ending in the 30th. So I need to do this. I don't know. Just gonna go with it. So these 2 cards need to come out. Okay. Yep, these 2. So for the week of the 30th for Virgo Parents, you have the Magician. I don't know exactly. I feel like your plate is full. You have so many things that you are, in a sense, juggling. Your hands are in so many elements, like literally, like, you know, no pun intended on the card. All the elements, the swords, the cups, the wands, and the pentacles are all represented here. And I feel like you are just kind of busy, somewhat distracted. So even though you are aware that your child isn't talking about something, you're just like, I got to do this. You got a hand on it. You got a finger on it. Like, you are aware of the situation, but you are just like in the midst of being aware of what's going on with your child. You are like doing your own thing and being very creative and trying to make some stuff happen. Again, you have a pulse on what's going on with your child, but there's a busyness surrounding you with your own. And I think the Magician is, I could be wrong, but I feel like the Magician is associated with Gemini for some reason. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Mercury is also the ruler of Virgo, and it's in retrograde. So you could just be super in your head, super analytical, super busy, juggling all the stuff. The week ending in the 7th, you have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So I see you definitely slowing down. You're not moving as fast. And it's almost like you are coming back to your child. I see that. So usually, you know, the Knight of Cups is giving something, going somewhere. But I feel like because it's in the reverse, it's going back, you know, where it came from. And you're a little bit more settled in your energy to provide that attention to your child. So I see you guys bonding by the end of the week. Let's go on. Let's do this. Let's do Libra. Libra Parents, for the week ending in the 30th, you have the Page of Wands in reverse. Libra Parents, I see you like slowing down, holding your horses, protecting your energy, and this in reverse, but I just see you like backing off, petering down, powering down your energy, like you're throttling down or decelerating this week. Either something, you know, the week prior you could have been like full, like go, and then you're, you know, just kind of backing off a little bit. I know that you are aware of your child. And it's funny because Wands is a fire, you know, and swords are for air, and you guys have the opposite energy. So you are in tune, you are in alignment, you are in understanding that, hey, something's off with my child. Let me, you know, slow down and take, you know, account of what the situation is. So let me see. This is usually different than how I do this, but I just feel, there we go. That's what needs to come out. What's calling to me? This. So for parents, the week of the 7th for Libra children, you have the Two of Wands. Yes, you are really narrowing your focus back on your child. Wherever you were this past week, your energies are like refocusing, turning your attention and focus to your child with the Two of Wands in reverse. Again, it's the same kind of energy. You know, I'm grateful for it. I know that they had the Judgment, and I'm like, where are all my cards going? They're here somewhere. Like, yeah, I'm like, where did that card just go? But anywho, I do see that very much, that there is a focus on your child's attention. I know it's here somewhere. That is interesting. Well, we know it was the Judgment card. I don't know where that Judgment card went. Did it fall off somewhere? Did I pick it up? Did I shuffle it? What in the world? Did you see it? Did you see what I did with that card? Did I pick it up? It must have fell somewhere, because I do not see the Judgment card. Okay. I probably picked it up. Anywho, moving on to Scorpio Parents. So random. So random. Scorpio Parents, you guys have the Queen of Pentacles for the week ending in the 30th. You're very in tune to your Aries child. You guys are both ruled by Mars. You almost have this attitude of like, I mean, of course, you're hyper focused. You can pick up a change in energy like no one, like just, you can just pick up on subtle changes in energy. So you are well aware that there's a change in countenance in your Aryan child, and you're like just devoted. Like, what do you need? Like, how can I help? You know, you're all in, like you're focused on your Aryan child this week. Then for the following week ending in the 7th, you are making some very important changes with your child, as it pertains to your child. Like your child reveals something to you and you're like, all right, no, we're going to put a stop to this. Whatever's causing discord, discomfort, chaos, disruption, you are being very adamant to kind of shut that down, so that you guys can just breathe, so that your child can breathe, so that everything goes smooth and well. Parents of, oh my goodness, Sagittarian parents of, I can't even talk, of Aries children, you guys have the Queen of Swords in reverse. I do see you being observant as well. Just kind of quiet, being slow to speak, because it's something that you are used to, and just really dedicating your energy and your time to like What do they need? Something's off. How can I support you? And just like aligning and tuning your energy into where they are, which is great. Moving on, or not moving on, but for the following week, you guys have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So with the 5, with them coming out of that, with the 5 of Pentacles, excuse me, with the 8 of Pentacles, I do see a change in focus back to your child. There, with the Judgment, they revealed something to you. It could be a conversation about you're not available. And so you are then adjusting your availability, your priorities. Thank you. That is a word for you. You are aligning and changing the structure of how you spend your time so that you can give more time to your Aries child, especially during Mercury retrograde. I don't know why that's significant for you, but I see you kind of restructuring how you're spending your time to be most available for your Aryan child. Capricorn parents, you have the Queen of Cups. Same thing, a lot of devotion to your Aryan child. The week ending in the 30th, how can you help? You notice that there's a difference in their attitude, or just that they're not as fiery and spontaneous and rambunctious and just running amok, or whatever it is, but there's a tangible difference that you see and you're like, let's address that, and you're just making yourself available. So for the week of the 7th, you have the King of Cups. Hello. So you're just, in my opinion, which is an awesome, like, how do you pull that? Like, you are, that's just your energy. You're very paternal, you're very structured, and there's a strong like archetype with Capricorn already that has that kind of feel to it. So with the King of Cups, the following week ending in the 7th, you're just continuing to magnify that energy, step it up, providing more structure. So here you're just trying to get to the bottom of it, and then the following week you're adding some structure. You're focused on the emotions the week ending in the 30th, and then on the week ending in the 7th, you're like, all right, now let's solve the problem. Let's put some bones to this, let's, and somebody may say that, but using the term bones to describe something may be significant, or is significant to whoever's out there is listening to this. But there's a lot of structure happening for you guys. Moving on to Aquarius parents for the week ending in the 7th. Let's see. Yeah, it's this one. So you guys have the King of Wands. Makes sense, reverse energy. King of Wands, I do see you being less fiery. I do see you, you still may be a little standoffish. Be mindful of that. Don't take this personal with this energy in reverse. So you're not as fiery, you're not as passionate, you're not coming in strong, hot and heavy, but I do see a sense of aloofness coming from you, whoever this is for. And so just be mindful that you don't back off too much, that you let your fire burn just a little bit. You make your child aware that you are there, that you are available, and that you check in with them. Or just, you don't have to pry, but just say, hey, I'm thinking of you, or how's it going? Or, do that special thing that you guys do together that's small, quick, and simple, to let them know that you are there and that you support them. Ending in the 7th, I see you letting something go, but at the same time, you're looking back on something. This doesn't feel like regret energy. It really doesn't. Something ended for you. It feels kind of sad, but at the same time, it's part of the process of moving on. Like, I feel like a project has closed for you. You're mourning the loss that it's over. But it needed to end. It's time for you to progress and to move on, but you're still in a state of, that sucks. So maybe it's your child getting older. Maybe your child doesn't need you the way that you want them to need you, or whatever the case may be. But there's definitely this feeling of like, longing, but it's bittersweet, as the cards tell you. You still got 2 cups back there, so there's a bittersweet element. You know, glad that something is moving on, but in the same token, you're like, I miss. But they're going to tell you something, and so maybe in what they tell you is just like, that's where the bittersweetness comes. You know, Mom, I don't need you to do this anymore, or Dad, I don't like that, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Because kids, they'll let us know when they're done with our babying and all that other stuff. It is sad. Finally, Pisces Parents, the week ending in the 30th. I don't know what the conflict is. You have the 5 of Swords. To your child's Page of Swords. I feel like there was a conflict with your child, just a bitter little standoff. Not bitter, but just like a tiff or whatever. A misunderstanding, a frustration, a communication. There's some kind of like ending of a conflict, but you guys are still kind of like fuming about it on the inside, you and both your child. So maybe you said something to your child this week, or you will say something, and you're still fuming it. Like there's a disagreement about something. I don't feel like this is outside of the home. I feel like you had a discussion with your Aryan child about something that you didn't like. It could have caused your child to shut down. It could be involving the friends that they like to hang out with, and you don't really care for something that they did, or the friends, period. And it has you guys at odds. And you're really standing your ground with that. There is some pride to your position, just a little, somewhere sprinkled in there. So just be mindful that you are open to seeing your child's perspective as well. And then finally, you have the Fool in reverse. I see you ending in the 7th, the week of the 7th, being a lot more grounded and, you know, level-headed and understanding. And I do see an apology and a conversation between the 2 of you. And it has something to do with a judgment. So probably the judgment is something happened, the outcome. They realized that you were right. You realized that they were right. And you guys are just having a discussion. But everything works out and you guys feel good about it. So that's for parents of Aries children for the weeks of the 30th and ending in May 7th. So thanks. And then if you guys are interested in having a personal reading, I am doing a special for Mercury retrograde that you can DM me on Instagram with 1 question. You get 7 cards. It's $10 for 15 minutes. So if you want to take advantage of that, feel free to message me, and that is good until Mercury retrograde ends, which is May 14th. So take care of you, and I hope to talk with you soon. Take care.